What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Excuse the sweat. Just got back from the gym. I'm in total flow state, but I want to make this video to teach you exactly what you can do to boost your confidence right now, in the moment, immediately, and most importantly, long term. So you could always be in control of this. Let's get started. So the first and most important thing that I want you to do is create a badass list. What a badass list is minimum 10 key moments in your life where you were totally proud of yourself. You were excited, you were confident, you crushed it, whether it was a meeting, a presentation, a speech, maybe you asked someone on a date. If it was fitness related, or when you used to be an athlete, you hit that home run, all your friends and family were in the stands. Any key moment, it does not matter how big or how small. The most important thing about these key moments is how you felt. The feelings again are motivation, confidence, empowerment, positivity, and total control, unstoppable, relentless, full of integrity. All those key moments in your life that you maybe haven't thought about in a while. Maybe it's been years since you thought about those days in your career, personally, or even financially. So what you're gonna do is grab your phone. You're gonna go to the notes section on your phone. You're gonna open that and you're gonna title it, My Badass List. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna write minimum 10 key moments in your life where you owned it, you crushed it, whatever that thing was. It doesn't matter if it was you by yourself, you in front of a group, you in front of family, or you with one person. It's all about how you felt in that moment. You felt totally confident, proud, and in control of the moment. So the reason you're gonna put this in your phone is because you're not always gonna keep that special notebook with you in public. So in those moments where you don't feel like doing something, you have an important meeting or an interview, anything like that, of that sort, if you're in your car or you're in the bathroom, you can open up your phone and then you basically remind yourself who the hell you are. As you read through these things one by one, you're gonna visualize those key moments. I remember being on that stage crushing it. I remember that time running track. I ran the 4x4. I was the last leg. My buddy handed me the baton. I started sprinting. I was breathing hard. I could feel everything just zoning in. It was like I was running through the Matrix. Nothing in that moment mattered. I passed the finish line, looked back and was like, holy shit, we got the state record at that time period. I felt like a rock star in that moment. That was one of my things. One of your things may be sports related, maybe business related, but most importantly is minimum 10. Again, it does not matter how big or how small it is, it's all about how you felt. And you're gonna remind yourself of these things. Read them one by one, and by the time you get to number 10, or if you roll more than 10, you're gonna open your eyes and you're gonna be like, you know what? It's time to add to this damn list. I am a rock star. I am a badass, and I'm gonna add to this for the rest of my freaking life or just in this moment. Let me go in this building and crush this interview or this presentation. All right, so the second thing that I want you to do is create an alter ego. The reason I want you to create an alter ego is because the real you can't always show up on a day-to-day basis. You may have to tap into another person. If you guys are familiar with David Goggins, Andy Frisella, maybe even sports from a female standpoint, Mia Hamm, Serena Williams, anyone like that, they have an alter ego. It doesn't necessarily mean that the world knows who that alter ego is, but they tap into another person. My favorite when it comes to sports was Kobe Bryant. He had the Mamba mentality where he became that person. My other favorite is Michael Jackson. As a person, he was kind of shy, he was timid, he was very kind-hearted, very soft-spoken, but on stage, you already know they didn't call him the king of pop for no reason. He started dancing, people would cry, people would get hype. Even me as a kid, I would watch his music videos, dance to it, perfectly in alignment with the choreography. It got me excited. So that was that alter ego. It wasn't Michael as a person that motivated me that much because he was soft-spoken, but it was the performer, knowing how he shifted into another person. When it comes to hip-hop, you got Eminem, you have Slim Shady, alter egos. You can go to sports, you can also do this in business. Maybe there's someone in your life right now that you know that they show up differently in this setting and in a personal setting and in a career setting, but they crush it either way because you cannot show up your same person that you woke up as. You have to get into that right mentality, that right state, maybe even become another person for that time being. But a key thing to keep in mind is you don't want to be that person 24/7 because then in a social setting, you don't know how to turn it off. So only tap into this when you have to. So my example would be 4 to 5 a.m. workouts. If I don't feel like it, my alter ego, which is my middle name, that person is gonna show up. So what you're gonna do is name that alter ego. It could be your middle name, It could be a nickname you used to have. It could be a name that you wanted to have that you wish your parents named you as a kid. Whatever that name is going to give you that rush. So what you're going to do is ask yourself, what would so-and-so do? What would so-and-so do right now in this moment? He or she would fucking crush it, turn off the emotions, turn off the feelings, and all they know is to get shit done. That's all they know. That is going to be that alter ego that you have to be for a certain time period. If you think of the biggest movies or the biggest music albums that sold the most, maybe even musical tours, anything like that, these artists, they would be in a studio for days on end, sometimes not eating for several days, barely drinking anything because they're in total flow state, preparing a masterpiece, preparing that choreography for that performance with the lights, with everything that came around. And when we as consumers or as fans see the finished product, we're like, holy shit, this is amazing. But we don't realize how much actually went into it. And also, these people are no different than you and I. They are human, but they tapped into another person, their alter ego. The third thing I want you to do is to celebrate your wins more often. That doesn't mean pop bottles, pop champagne every Friday and Saturday just because it's the weekend. We're not trying to do that. What you want to do is acknowledge yourself for your small wins. So let's just say, for instance, if discipline is your issue, if you are consistent for an entire week or an entire month with your nutrition, with your training, anything workflow related, you got everything done in Salesforce, you did your calls, you hit your KPIs, all that, whatever those specific things are, pat yourself on the back. One thing that you could do is take yourself to lunch, take yourself to dinner, buy one item from your favorite brand, whether that's a supplement, whether that's a clothing brand. So my thing, I love Under Armour, I love Lululemon. So a couple years ago during COVID, I would buy one thing when I crushed it that week. So anytime that I would put on that garment, that tank top, those joggers, that shirt, whatever it was, I would remember, oh yeah, I bought this because of that one time that I did this. I crushed that, I crushed that. So the t-shirt or the tank top has a different meaning. It's not just a piece of cloth. That's a great way to stay in a good headspace because every time you wear that thing, you remember why you got it and you remember why you earned it in the first place. So celebrate those small wins. And it doesn't necessarily have to be financially. You don't have to go buy food. You don't have to buy something from a certain brand. You can literally just have a you day. Relax. Hydrate, eat your favorite thing, watch a couple shows or movies, whatever is up your alley, video games, whatever it is, doesn't matter any judgment. This is after you earn this thing. That is the difference. But when you flip it with, I want to do this thing right now, ask yourself, have I earned it? Have I earned chill time? Have I earned movie time? Have I earned walking my ass into the store to buy myself something? Have I earned any of this? Once you can flip the script and ask yourself and be totally transparent and honest with yourself, have I earned this thing? At that moment, you will see things differently and it will feel much better when you're doing that said thing because you know that you took action and you deserve it in that moment. So celebrate your wins, pat yourself on the back, don't get too hard on yourself, but make sure that you stay consistent because the more times you celebrate your wins, it's gonna be an adrenaline rush where you want more of that exact feeling. Number 4 is gonna be a combination of 3 things. Meditate, visualize, or pray. Meditate, visualize, or pray. All 3 of these work, but one may be more effective for you than someone else. So for example, with me, visualization, I just feel I get the most of. Not that I don't pray occasionally, not every day, not every month. Sometimes I just get the feeling to pray. But every single day I visualize and it just gives me a rush, puts me at peace. I can see things clearly, my vision, whether it's future family, whether it's financial, whether it's the body, whether it's career, whether it's giving back to others, whatever that thing is, it doesn't matter. It's all about you and what you want. So play around with it. See which one is most effective for you. Again, all 3 of these do work. But it all depends on if you've had enough experience. If meditation is difficult for you, go on YouTube and learn some meditation. You can go on some apps. You can go in person to learn. You can go to a yoga class, ask them about meditation, what works for them, and go from there. See what starts to work better for you. Something new, maybe that one key thing that you're missing. The key thing I was missing about a decade ago was visualization. I would write. I would take action. I'd be hard. Let's go. Where I had to slow my ass down, get into my head, and just really focus. And that's when things started falling into place because I wasn't just hitting my head against the wall saying, I don't need to ask people for help. I don't need to visualize. All that shit is just roo-rahs, alakazam, that's all for hippies. That's all for hippies. That's what I used to think. I used to think that that kind of person was the person that did this thing. And then I started realizing that the top people that I looked up to or was simply inspired by, they visualized those key moments. So when those moments arise, it felt like they already did it. And I guarantee you have a key moment, whether it's sports, business, presentation, first date, any key scenario that you did that thing and you're like, damn, I've thought about this so much, I felt like I already did it. It felt even better when I did it because I've seen it happen so much that it was not a surprise. That's one thing you'll start to notice is when you start winning and you stack those wins, you will not be surprised by it because you thought about this already for years or decades prior because you were in that same headspace. You know that timing and persistence equal opportunity. Timing and persistence equal opportunity. Some people will call it luck, some people will call it faith, some people will call it whatever, but you know that you put the time in, time caught up, you put the action in, everything fell into place, and boom, opportunity was created. Number 5, turn on your favorite music. Turn on your favorite music. Do this when you're getting ready. When you're getting ready, put on any genre, any artist that you like. It doesn't matter what genre it is. It's all about what you prefer. But make sure that it's something that puts you in a good mood. Don't listen to breakup music. Don't listen to angry or sad music. It's okay to listen to in the gym to an extent because it drives a workout. But make sure that if you're going into a social setting or to go to an interview or to give a presentation or lead your team meeting, make sure you have yourself primed. In the previous video, we talked about tonality, how to stay in a good state. And with this one, play some good music that you enjoy. You know how it is. You drive in the car on the way to something exciting, you're getting a good flow, you're rapping, you're singing, you're screaming out the window, you're just floating, feeling good. That key moment, take advantage of that, harness that. So you don't want to do all these every single day, but I'm giving you options which are all effective. All right, and the last one is gonna be get camera ready. What I mean by get camera ready is do your hair however you feel confident with. Do your makeup, put on a certain shirt, whatever that color is, it's all about you. You know those times where you get ready, you just feel like a boss, you feel like you're gonna slay, whatever terminology you wanna use, you feel totally confident. A man that gets a tailored suit, doesn't matter what size, what color he is, he feels like a champion, he feels like a fucking boss, feels like $1,000,000. You put that fitted suit on, you look in the mirror, you start walking, you're turning heads. Maybe you're not used to turning heads because you dress differently, but that moment, that confidence, you're riding that high, that's a great feeling. Same thing with the woman. You get that fitted dress, that fitted outfit, whatever that brand is, doesn't matter, but it fits the way that you like it and you carry yourself with pride, with confidence, and it has nothing to do with how your body type is. We've all seen big people, skinny people, short people, tall people. We've all seen all walks of life. Own it, where you were like, damn, this guy's really killing it. Anybody that's owning the room and owns themselves, people admire that. Even if you don't like the person, you have to respect it. Like, damn, this dude is rocking it. I want energy like him. I want energy like her. They own the room, they own the moment, and they own themselves. So make sure you put on anything that makes you feel good. Right now for this video, I'm wearing a tank top. I love black tank tops. I love wife beaters, whatever you want to call it. Tank top, wife beaters, classic. But for this video, got back from the gym, was in a flow state, and I said, let me show up. And I promise you and guarantee you that if you do these 7 things, do not do them every day, but if you do them consistently and you find what works best for you, you begin to know, hey, this works better, that works better. And then you can start to take inventory. You know what? Let me prep my day like this. Let me prep for this meeting like that. Now you don't have to hope, wish, and pray that things fall into place. You can show up the best version of you because I know deep down that's what you want to feel on a daily basis. I appreciate your time, ladies and gentlemen. New videos every single Monday. Thanks again for watching. Also follow me on Instagram at FitWithDerick2, the number 2. Don't go to the other one. I got locked out of that. FitWithDerick2. And I'll see you guys next Monday.